Suddenly, thump, thump! Down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and the fall was over. Alice was not a bit hurt as she jumped up onto her feet in a moment. Before her was another long passage, and the White Rabbit was still in sight, hurrying down it. There was not a moment to be lost. Away Alice went like the wind. She was close behind it when she turned a corner, but the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall which was lit up by a row of lamps hanging from the roof. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked. And when Alice had been all the way down one side and all the way up the other, trying every door, she walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. Suddenly, she came upon a little three-legged table all made of solid glass. There was nothing on it but a tiny golden key. And Alice's first idea was that it might belong to one of the doors of the hall, but alas, either the locks were too large or the key was too small, but at any rate it would not open any of them. However, on the second time round, she came upon a low curtain that she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door about 15 inches high. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and it fitted! Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage, not much larger than a rat hole. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden you ever saw. How she longed to wander among those beds of bright flowers and cool fountains. But she couldn't even get her head through the doorway. And even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be of very little use without my shoulders. Oh, how I wish I could shut myself up like a telescope. For you see, so many out-of-the-way things had happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things were really impossible. Alice went back to the table, half hoping she might find another key on it, or at any rate a book of rules for shutting people up like telescopes. This time, she found a little bottle on it, which was certainly not there before, said Alice, and tied around the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words, "Drink me," beautifully printed in larger letters. It was all very well to say, "Drink me," but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. "No, I'll look first," she said, "and see whether it's marked poison or not." For she had read several nice little stories about children who had got burnt or eaten alive by beasts and other unpleasant things, all because they would not remember the simple rules that their friends had taught them. However, this bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it. And finding it very nice, she very soon finished it all off. "What a curious feeling," said Alice. "I must be shutting up like a telescope.